Hey there everyone, this is DC from the deeceelife channel again. Thank you so much for checking this out and for all the support I've been receiving. I guess we have to talk about iPhones. As most of you know, Apple just had their iPhone event this past Tuesday, and pre-orders have already started this morning on Friday, September 20th. Now, because of my life as a tech YouTuber, I've decided I'm going to upgrade to the iPhone 11 Pro and share the entire journey with you. We can complain together about the lack of improvements on the phone, or how the front is exactly as the older phones, how lame that the cooler colors are again with the budget iPhone 11, or how else can we make fun of the Max moniker of the bigger iPhone, iPhone tennis match, iPhone extra small but Max, and now we have iPhone 11 Pro Max. A protein shake maybe? Let's start with some smart moves on Apple's part from this event.
Let's talk about Apple TV Plus.
This whole streaming as the future is really interesting to observe. Netflix is working hard to maintain their place on the top of the streaming service market. Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus, and HBO Max are all definitely going to give Netflix a run for their money. Then there's Apple TV Plus. I've heard rumors initially of them being interested in buying Netflix. Then I heard they were part of the Warner Brothers bidding wars. It seems like they were trying, but nothing really panned out. All we know is they spent over $1 billion on original shows. Then they announced the Apple TV Plus service earlier this year, and there was this hoopla of celebrities. The lights went off, and J.J. Abrams, Big Bird showed up. I mean, even Oprah went.
Because they're in a billion pockets, y'all. A billion pockets.
Still, there was no confirmation that they had a library of content to offer that would entice people to sign up. All we know is 4 to 6 original shows are being produced. Turns out, they had no library at all. So what could they charge that would be of interest to anybody?
And it is just $4.99 per month for your whole family.
Not bad. Even better, when you buy a new Apple TV, iPhone, iPad, or Mac computer, you would get a year's subscription for free. That is Apple at its best in damage control. Always for Apple, keeping it all secretive and waiting to announce details seem to always work for them. I would assume they are hoping that these original shows would eventually catch on like a Game of Thrones. Or they're just buying time to buy Netflix again. Heck, they could even buy Disney if they really wanted to. Next up, Apple Arcade. $5 for the whole family. I'm sure people who actually play games on their phones will appreciate this. I don't. Moving on. Finally, let's talk iPhone. So last year's best-selling iPhone turned out to be the budget less advanced XR. So Apple innovated again by making its successor the flagship iPhone 11. It's only logical, actually. They now come in 6 colors. Even though the iPhone 11 is the entry-level iPhone, it shares most of the key features of the more expensive 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. Protein shake. Let me go do some push-ups. The iPhone 11 has 2 of the 3 lenses of the iPhone Pros, a 12 megapixel wide and ultra-wide lens. Because of that, it can take portrait pictures of animals and unanimated subjects now. It has night mode and takes 4K videos. On the front, it shares the 12 megapixel true depth camera with the iPhone Pros. With that, you can take 4K videos on the front camera and slow-fies. I can only imagine the amount of slow-mo Insta story posts coming after this. You also have faster Face ID, and it touts an extra hour of battery life over the XR. More importantly, it's just $699. Such a smart move on Apple. Now, the successor of the iPhone XR, the flagship iPhone 11 is less than $700. Even smarter is calling the more expensive iPhones, even though they're just iterations of last year's XS, the iPhone 11 Pro. How exactly Pro is the 2019 iPhone? The iPhone 4S had Siri, 5S had Touch ID, iPhone 6, well, it just got bigger. iPhone 10, Face ID, you get the point. Well, the iPhone 11 Pro's step-aside Pixel phone, in-your-face Samsung Note 10 with your fancy almost notch screen, and people are still gonna buy this iPhone even though your powerful and way cheaper Huawei phone feature is a triple lens camera? So just like the iPhone X's notch, even though the triple lens camera design isn't the best looking, Apple almost defiantly sticks it in your face that this is the loud and proud feature of the main product of the company. They're owning it, I'll give it to Apple. They aren't introducing a notch and giving hacks to hide them. There's no hiding this design. The ad starts by accentuating the 3 lenses. The 11 Pro comes in 4 colors: space gray, silver, gold, and now midnight green. Really? Green? Why can't we have a blue iPhone? Come on, Apple. Let's have a blue iPhone 2020 flagship. Like the iPhone 11, the Pro phones will have the 12 megapixel wide and ultra wide and telephoto lenses, so we can take all the cool pictures and videos that us pros need. Unlike the Liquid Retina LCD iPhone 11 screen, which everyone complains about and then say the iPad Pro has the best screen ever, the iPhone 11 Pro phones will have Super Retina XDR. Really bright, 1200 nits, 800 nits in sunlight. Another pro move of Apple is finally including the 18-watt fast charging brick and Lightning to USB-C cable. I mean, the iPhone XS wasn't pro enough to get them, but this year, the iPhone 11 is pro. Very sneaky of you, Apple. Hey, Apple, can I get a Pro phone case and a Pro AirPods along with my Pro phone? The iPhone 11 Pro starts at $999, while the iPhone 11 Pro Max at $1,099. A very pro improvement is they both get 4 and 5 extra hours of battery life consecutively over the previous iPhone 11 XS and XS Max. I really do appreciate Apple making the 11 Pro the same as the 11 Pro Max. It used to frustrate me to no end when they would let the Plus phones have the brand new key features. Some of us don't want big phones. So who are these 2019 iPhones for? Despite the awesome double and triple lens camera system, I personally don't think that the XR, XS, and XS Max users need to upgrade. They all already have great cameras on them. Even for myself, upgrading from the iPhone X almost seems a little extravagant. At the end of the day, it's really how you use your iPhone that factors into this decision. I know many people who literally run their businesses or do their jobs with their iPhones. I don't necessarily think a very powerful camera system is going to dramatically change the level of your productivity. Maybe content creators, especially photographers and videographers, would benefit from the iPhone 11s. I would actually have to have the iPhone 11 Pro and the final version of the iOS 13 software to really see how these new phones are going to bring the Pro into my life. So what do you think? Maybe Pro is really coming in the 2020 iPhone. What makes a device Pro? A USB-C port? Apple Pencil integration? Bilateral charging? Less of a notch? Under the screen touch and Face ID? Something that wasn't brought up during the keynote is the 2019 iPhones have a U1 technology in them. It is supposed to help other U1 tech devices recognize each other and help with faster airdrop. Many are already predicting that this is the technology behind the unannounced Apple tags or Tile competitor. I'm actually really interested in that. I use Tile tags with my keys and bags, and I'm frustrated that sometimes they can't even locate my stuff when the Tile is in front of them. I know Apple will take this tech to the next level. What I would like for starters is my Apple Watch to notify me when I'm a certain distance away from the iPhone. Then I wouldn't leave it behind as much. Maybe the same for the AirPods and other easy-to-lose Apple products. I was thinking of Apple's move for the iPhone Pros. It got me thinking, maybe it's more like the Pro with the iPad Pro. When they first released the iPad Pro, the technology hasn't caught up with the vision of it yet. Does this mean the iPhone Pro is going to become better with time? Maybe just like the iPadOS, iOS doesn't have to be now tied down by iPad integration, and it would allow the Apple Genius engineers to go wild and all pro with the future iPhones. I don't know about you, but I'm hopeful. I would appreciate the thumbs up if you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon for notifications. Check out deeceelife.com for more info and content. Let's discuss. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the Apple iPhone event. Which iPhone are you getting? And what features would make the iPhone a pro device? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Remember, life's too short. Live it fully.